We are back.
Back.
It's the Game Day Podcast. New name. All right.
Bum, 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 bum.
Atlantic Sun Game Day Podcast. That's our full name. We're gonna give them the government name, one time only. Don't call me Atlantic Sun when you see me out though. You know me as ASUN. William Hall. I'm here with Kendrell Watkins, world famous.
Present. World famous.
I mean, we've been trying to work you into a permanent spot, and are we getting there? Are we any closer?
Man, I would love to be on this show.
But
the problem is,
what's the problem?
Like, this show would have been recorded a couple of hours ago if I could just be here whenever I wanted to be here. But it is what it is, man. You try to get in when you can, but fair enough. Mike's out. Hopefully Morgan will be in. We'll get the new cast ready to go.
I mean, yes, because we new name, but also a couple of changes. I've shifted down. I've been promoted to the big chair. Trying to fill big shoes left by Jordan Griffith. Big J himself has moved on, but we're going to try to keep things going. We got big shoes to fill, not only with the podcast, but just in the conference as a whole. Just looking back at last year, basketball we had a big year. All-time leading scorer.
Check.
All-time leading rebounder.
Check. We
had half of our men's field, 5 of our men's teams that were in the postseason continue playing postseason basketball after the conference tournament. It's a big move. Good look. We had on the women's side, FGCU got another conference banner and another win in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
So I just feel like we got to keep that momentum going. We're feeling good. We got to keep it going. I mean, it's here. We're here.
And men's basketball, net ranked number 17 for conferences.
That's right. You hit me with numbers.
Yes,
numbers.
Got to throw out those numbers.
Got to have a numbers guy.
Yeah.
You could be the numbers guy.
Analytics, man. That's my thing.
But see, we could bring you in every now and then to drop numbers on us. You don't have to be here so much.
That was Mike's thing, though. I can't take Mike's thing.
I know, but you can share. You can share the numbers. There are plenty of numbers to go around.
There are.
It's basketball. Numbers. We can find plenty of numbers if we need
a lot of numbers.
So we are here, November 8th. Season just started Monday. It was only 2 days in. Everybody's played one game. Just looking at, this was normally where we do our ASUN breakdown and talk about, the past week or so. But we're here. It's fresh. So we pretty much got a small sample size. It's about as small as you can get, one game. But just some early, 2-day in analysis that we've got going on. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to our new head coaches in the conference who have already got their first dub under their belt. We got Tony Kemper, UCA, Special Jennings down in Jacksonville on the women's side. Antoine Petway, Kennesaw State got his win last night. Corey Gibson with Austin Peay also opened up with a victory. So just salute to all those coming in, getting things going, getting started with a dub is always great. Always great. Just some other things on the men's basketball side. Jamonta Black, Austin Peay tied their record with 9 threes in that opener against Life. It's a big night for them, F&M Bank Arena opening. EKU looked really good in their opener. Isaiah Cozart, some people think should have been Defensive Player of the Year last year. And by some people, I mean me. But double-double, 20 points, 14 rebounds, and
Five blocks.
See, numbers guy coming with the numbers.
5 of them. Yeah.
5 blocks. So
that's
it's
a lot
like
of blocks.
That's a lot of blocks. So if he, obviously you're not carrying that momentum over. But I mean, you snubbed me, once. Shame on you. Snubbed me twice. Hey. But preseason Defensive Player of the Year. So he's obviously coming out of the gate doing Defensive Player things. Most exciting 40 minutes in sports. EKU is back.
You started the campaign already. It's too early.
No. It's never too early for me. I always have an agenda. If you tuned in last year, I have an agenda. And, I'm not revealing my agenda, but you called me out, so I'm not denying it. But we had a great, exciting 40 minutes. Also, FGCU Indiana. That was a game that coming into it, you look at that, and I won't say that I expected that game to be as close, but I'm not really surprised because FGCU has a lot of returners. In non-conference last year, they were very strong. Some of the expectations I'm sure that they had for how they wanted their season to end and what others were looking at when they got to conference play May not have been where they wanted or what we would have thought, but that team is back. Pat Chambers in his second year, and they were in it. Like second half, they were only down by a couple of points. They took a lead in the second half.
Yes.
Indiana took off, got the lead, but they got right back into it. They were only down 3, I think, with seconds left to go in the game. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that was a statement that this FGCU game is they're here to play. They're here.
Yeah, I'm saying here, Zach Anderson, 19.7 rebounds. Dalian Johnson, 17 points, 5-11 from the three-point line. Honestly, I think the difference of that is Chase Johnson had a little bit of an off night, but I'm saying, like, he hit those 2 3-pointers to give them the lead in the second half. I'm like, if he is his usual self during that game, I think that's a W. I really do.
Okay. So, since you opened the door, not really, but I'm stepping in anyway. Preseason, for whatever it's worth, preseason rankings, whatnot, EKU's 1, FGCU is 2. Agree or disagree?
Ooh, that's I don't know, because right now we had Stetson number 3, and I'm really interested to see what Stetson does this year. They had a big win, to start the season. They got 21 from Jalen Blackman, so he was our newcomer of the year last year, I believe. So
numbers guy and history guy.
Yeah. I'm working on it. So I'm very interested to see what they do because they have their core together. Stephon Swinson back for another year. I'm very interested to see what they do. But FGCU last year, we expected big things out of FGCU last year going into conference play.
We did.
They sputtered a little bit, but this is the second year of the Pat Chambers era, so I don't know. They might be too.
So, because you didn't dance around. I won't give you a stronger word. Dance. You shuffled
for a little bit.
You shuffled.
I danced for a little bit.
You shuffled.
I danced for a little bit, but then I put my foot down.
Okay, so your foot is saying you agree?
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
So you're saying EKU is your 1, but FGCU is your 2.
FGCU is my 2.
Okay.
However,
okay.
Once the sample size increases,
but this is just
I'm willing to change.
This is that November 8th. This is that one game in.
Yeah, it's that November 8th.
All right.
That November 8th talk.
Okay. All right. So we got you. We got you locked in on the men's side. So switching over to the women's basketball side, a couple things that I noticed stood out to me. North Alabama opened with a win, had 4 players in double figures. 25-point performance from Aaliyah Sorrentino yesterday with Lipscomb. They won on the road at Evansville, and goes without saying, the machine is doing what they do down at Fort Myers. FGCU. New year, new players, and pretty much same results. They took out Brown, so it's there's a big test coming for them quickly that we'll get into a little bit later. But just looking at this first game, to me, looked like business as usual. What did you see on the women's side?
Business as usual, FGCU. So, like you said, machine. So, and you know me, I'm always looking through that roster. Seeing the newcomers, seeing what's going on that side, because usually there's something that, they'll throw a monkey wrench in there, just something you didn't plan for. So I'm like, who is going to be this player that steps up and, business as usual, just do what they normally do.
Yeah.
Uju had a humongous night to start the season, just a double-double, raining threes, as always, but I was really impressed with her play. Yeah. I seen a couple people that I'm going to watch a little closely because I was like, okay, this could be,
that could be the one, because you're looking for that one.
I seen a couple. I seen a couple twos. I seen like 2 or 3 of them. So I was like, let me make sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm very interested in their play. Lipscomb, their victory over Evansville. I was very impressed with Sorrentino. I was actually impressed with her play last year. Bella Vincent, that team. Every year I pick a team, and I'm like, this is going to be the team.
That's your team? I'll get to it later. They are not just. I'm not rocking the boat. Not right now. It's way too early to rock the boat from women's basketball. So I am still probably. FGCU is still my 1, and I'll get to my 2. I have 2 that I feel like can challenge. One of them, looks a little bit better after one game than the other, but they're my two. But we can get to that later. But that's exciting. New season is exciting. New season of the podcast is also exciting. But this sort of kind of isn't the first episode of this new season, so to speak. We did have a chance to tip off basketball this year for the first time in person. Mm-hmm. Back on October 16th, F&M Bank Arena hosted in Clarksville, Tennessee. It was epic. The inaugural ASUN basketball tip-off, huge event. All of our teams and schools were represented. I got a chance to sit down with all of our men's coaches, all of our women's head coaches. I'm sure, hopefully, you've noticed us putting that out on social media. There was another conversation I had that day that we've been holding on to. Now it's time to drop it. Our new ASUN commissioner, Jeff Bacon, sat down and talked with Jeff. He broke the record for commissioner appearances on the podcast. So I think now we're going to jump into that conversation with Jeff, that you hear the gems that commissioner had to drop, and we'll be right back.
Let's just hang out, William. Let's just hang out.
Well, nothing formal. So, I mean, first of all, this is I think it's a big event. I think this is a big thing.
For sure.
We're here doing this tip-off. Where do you see? I know, a while back we kind of announced that we were possibly going to explore neutral site and probably trying to take the basketball championship to another level.
Yep.
Where does this event itself fit in with that future plan?
That's a good question. I think it's the same mindset, right? It's a reflection of us. And when I say us, I mean our office, I mean you and your staff, I mean our membership, our ADs, our coaches, just everyone collectively as a conference, that the mindset's going to be we got to be excellent at everything we do. And we should be providing elite experiences for our student athletes and our coaches, first and foremost. So, yeah, we'll look at the tournament and we'll make sure we're providing an elite experience. And maybe that's at a neutral site somewhere. Maybe it's not. But for this event, to, one, focus on the importance of basketball collectively, men and women together at this event is really special. And another reflection of this league and its history and what's important to the Atlantic Sun. And to do it at this building with Austin Peay as our host and help them roll out a cool new venue. It just makes it a little special. So this is important, right?
It is, and cool is accurate about this venue.
Yeah,
because this ice underneath has got me. Yeah. I'm not used to this, so it's a little rough on me.
Cool, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. So we're in mid-October, so we're a little bit over the 100-day mark.
Oh, yeah, the classic 100 days.
Yeah, the classic 100 days. I think we were looking at just, we were internally in the communication staff. We kind of were going to do a report card.
Oh, yeah.
Commissioner. We were just trying to see what we could check off the box. And, I mean, we got several things. We got men's and women's swimming and diving was,
Yep.
We got that.
Brought that in.
We have this event.
Yep.
We got to put that
First
on there.
First ever.
West Georgia.
New member. Nothing like knocking that out 80 days into the job.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest one, we got a new name.
New name. Old name. Return to the old name. How's that?
The old name.
Embracing our history.
Yes.
And looking forward to our future. Is that a good commissioner statement?
Yeah, we'll capture that for the quote.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
I think the next thing is the trophy. Like, when you got to hand out a trophy.
We got to hand out some trophies. Well, we're going to here pretty soon,
coming.
right?
I mean, it's coming. Not these specifically. We got a couple more coming in the fall, but I'm ready to see that first. Jeff Bacon hands out a trophy. I guess cross country will be our first championship. So
it's the best time of the year, right?
Yeah.
It's the best part. I'm sure you feel similar. I think we might have talked about this before at some point, but I mean, it's the best, in my opinion, best part of working at a conference office is we get to celebrate 22 times a year.
Yep.
And we're undefeated, man.
Right. Yeah.
Right? We never lose.
We're not losing. No.
Participating in that moment, you've been there, I mean, it's so special. You've been a sport administrator on site. I'm sure you've handed out a trophy or.
I got to hand one out with no shoes on.
Okay.
Beach volleyball. So
that's special.
That was special.
Nice.
That was the first one I ever done. If
and that was your first.
Out another one,
dude.
I did shoeless. So
that's great. That's a moment, man. That's a moment. Yeah, it's special, right? You'll remember that.
I will.
And to watch the faces of your student athletes, and they work so darn hard, and to have that moment and earn it, and it's special. I'm excited.
Yep.
We've done enough other stuff. Let's play some games and let's hand some trophies out. And
this stuff is boring.
Yeah.
It's this time. It's exciting time. Which we're kicking it off here. Tip off.
Right.
We're tipping it off here.
We are tipping it
I
off.
said the wrong word. We'll get it right.
We'll get it.
I really don't have much for you, but anything. I guess I would say, where do you see? How big do you see this event getting? If you had to just say.
That's a good question. I mean, I think one, Austin Peay. I mean, credit to these guys for stepping up and hosting this event. First of all, it's a lift anytime a campus takes on a conference event, so we appreciate them and their staff and President Licari and Athletic Director Gerald Harrison. And not only have they stepped up to do it and to host it, but they have set the bar.
Yes,
high.
It's very high.
Beautiful new venue, great atmosphere, rolling out the red carpet for our student athletes. I know we've got a student athlete lounge here that they can enjoy and relax in. We've got some hospitality set up for them. We're taking them through. You guys are doing an outstanding job of taking them through a series of content creating events, right, for the year to be able to highlight these student athletes and these teams, not only now but as the season goes on. And we do hand out those trophies. So, I mean, they've just really set the bar high. They've formed some incredible partnerships. We really need to thank our sponsor, ServPro, for stepping up big time to support this event. There is we say it a lot, but there's literally not a way we could do this. Certainly not to the extent that we are able to now without partners like that. And we've got several other partners that have stepped up here at Austin Peay to help contribute and support this event and these student athletes. So between Austin Peay and what they've done, between the partnerships that have been built around this event, and the high level of interest there is from people in being a part of the Atlantic Sun Conference. This is an exciting league. We got great coaches. We got great administrators, and we've got amazing student athletes, and they're students that perform at a really high level, and that's impressive. It's going to be an exciting season. So, yeah, I mean, I'm rambling around, as you know I like to do sometimes, but you talked about this event and what it can be, and as we continue to grow ASUN basketball, and our coaches continue to do amazing things, and our members continue to build amazing venues like this.
Yep.
I mean, this is state of the art. We're going to have some good things ahead of us, and this event can just grow with it and not only provide more excitement around the start of the season, but really give our student athletes something to look forward to. I want this event to be something that they take a lot of pride in being invited to.
Yeah.
This is an invitational, right?
Okay.
And to me, if I'm a freshman and I watch my teammates go off to ASUN tip-off and they come back and they say, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
I
want it. That's right. Yeah. I want to go. And then when you finally get that invite to go and participate in this, we have to make sure it's that kind of elite experience that they go back and just keep that cycle going. Yeah. But that's the most important thing, in my opinion.
You have effectively put the pressure on everybody.
Oh, man.
Right now,
pressure is on.
Yeah, it's on. So
pressure is on.
We handle pressure well, though. That's what
we handle pressure well, and our schools definitely handle pressure well. That's right. So, yeah, I'm excited. It'll be great.
I'm excited as well. I mean, I think this is just setting off. I'm excited about the future of this event, future of basketball, and just the future of the Atlantic Sun Conference as a whole. I think it's time to go.
That's right. It's time to go.
So, appreciate your time. And
same.
We will wrap it up. We are back here at ASUN HQ, William Hall. Kendrell Watkins, ASUN Gameday Podcast. Always good to get a chance to sit down and talk with the commish, the new commish. Is he still new? Like, is it?
He's still new. Like, he's still going through his first year.
How long? Until his first year, you're not.
You got to make one trip around the sun.
I mean, but he's all right. Okay.
Around the ASUN. Hey, you see what I did there, right?
Hey, as a matter of fact, let's go around the ASUN right now since you just teed it up.
Look at that.
I mean, I
don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just saying stuff.
Numbers guy, history guy, future prediction guy. You're just the guy, world famous.
Kendrell Damas.
So, speaking of, our new commissioner, new season, it's also championship season for fall sports. I mean, we're getting basketball started while the fall sports are wrapping up or have already wrapped up. Just looking back at cross country a few weeks ago, handed out 2 trophies in Lipscomb. EKU, Lipscomb went back-to-back in both of their races, EKU on the men. Lipscomb on the women, and the Bisons had a perfect score. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know there was a perfect score until I saw it. I was there for it. You're speechless.
Speechless.
I just, hey, it is what it is. Men's soccer. Looking at men's soccer, speaking of Lipscomb, Lipscomb men are back in the final again. Bellarmine.
New opponent.
Bellarmine this year. I think last couple of years have been Central Arkansas.
Yeah, but Bellarmine's been knocking on the door for a minute. Like, it's always been going down to that semifinal Central Arkansas Bellarmine game. Like, who's going to the dance.
Yeah. Okay. I got a question.
Okay.
Got a question for you.
Yes.
All right. Would you rather be Lipscomb with another conference title, chance to go to the NCAA tournament, or would you rather be Bellarmine with a chance to make history with your first conference title in the sport of men's soccer? Let's not disrespect the Bellarmine's men's basketball championship team we had a couple years ago, but you're not going to the NCAA tournament if you're Bellarmine. Which would you pick if you had to choose one? You want to be part of history but know that that's the end, or would you rather be like, I got another chip, NCAA tournament, see how far we can run this thing?
Ooh, see, that's a double-edged sword.
You're a champion either way.
Bellarmine, double-edged sword. Because I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking of what the turn-up's going to look like if Bellarmine wins.
We've seen one.
We've seen one.
We've seen a turn-up.
We've seen one. That's for a later pod.
Yeah.
But,
that one. I see.
See, look, it's multiple.
It's multiple.
Yes.
I love Bellarmine. I love all our schools, but it goes down with Bellarmine. Shout out to Bellarmine.
Lipscomb, it's just, they just had that model of consistency, and I feel like they have an expectation.
That's fair. I
to win.
I can see that.
So, I'm torn. I would have to go Lipscomb. I would have to just be, because Lipscomb's just like, I know we think about it. This is historic, the first time ever, Atlantic Sun Championship. But Lipscomb, like, they're making history as we speak, like, just with this era of dominance that they've been a part of. So I would have to go Lipscomb on that question. Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to peel the curtain back, so to speak. We have our soccer contact in the room. Miss Fasika Ishiyama is here. So just because I can, Fasika, same question. I know you heard the question, so I won't repeat it.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
She didn't hear it.
Would you rather be? She heard it. She wasn't listening. That's a detail. That was in the details. Okay, here I'll give it to you too. Would you rather be Lipscomb with a chance to win another title, another conference title, go to the NCAA tournament, or would you rather be Bellarmine? When that was quick.
You heard it. She heard the question before. See,
yeah, she heard.
She was able to answer
time.
the question so quick because she already had her answer.
Yeah,
she went with Bellarmine.
Any?
You need to say you win something.
No, in this situation I'm giving you, this is not the question you asked me.
What is?
See, See, okay. Fasika asked me a similar question.
Okay.
This is the backstory. She thought I was re-asking her question to you, and then I was going to ask her question to her.
She already had an answer.
She already had an answer. Yeah, this is not that question. But that question, if you want to know what it was, just let's bring everybody up to speed. That question is: would you rather be Lipscomb not win the final, knowing that you're going to go to the NCAA tournament, or Bellarmine who wins and knows your season's over? So you're either a champion and Bellarmine season not going to the tournament, or you're not a conference champion at Lipscomb, but you're going anyway if Bellarmine wins. In that situation, does that change your answer?
No.
You still want to be Lipscomb going to the NCAA tournament?
Yes.
Okay. So you have said Bellarmine, Fasika.
For a question I don't know.
For a question you don't know. So let me finish the question. In this scenario that I'm laying out, both have become a champion. Lipscomb is gained another championship on their mantle and just improved their legacy. Kendrell was talking about going to the NCAA tournament. Bellarmine with their first but that's the end, obviously, because they can't qualify for the tournament. So in that instance, who are you?
I don't see how your question is any different from my question.
One of them, your answer was you would have won something in the first question, the one that you thought I was asking.
Bellarmine would have won.
Right, and Lipscomb would not have won, but Lipscomb would have still gone to the tournament.
Okay, so what's your question?
They both win. Would you rather be a
How do
team?
they both win?
We have
Okay.
to we have to mic her up.
Okay.
We can't
These
go
are-
into it.
To win.
Your question was based on a scenario that can happen in one. Bellarmine wins and your Lipscomb still goes. I'm talking about two alternative universes.
Okay.
In one universe, Bellarmine wins, and in one universe, Lipscomb wins.
The ASUN verse.
Yeah, which strand of the timeline do you want to be on?
I still don't understand your question. I'm going to stick with Bellarmine.
There we go.
Okay.
She's just gonna stay. She
All
doesn't
right.
want to devote any more brain cells to
I
it.
just get I get a title.
There you go.
You get one either way. I'm just asking, would you rather be?
You don't get a title if you're Lipscomb.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. You can't tie. One trophy is given out.
These are two completely different situations. I'm talking about a version where Lipscomb wins,
Lipscomb wins.
and then there's a version where Bellarmine wins. Would you rather be Bellarmine winning, or would you rather win as Lipscomb? Those are two different things. I get what you're saying. In the Bellarmine,
I'd rather be Bellarmine because it's my first championship, soccer-wise.
there you go. That's an answer.
You should have just asked who would you want to win.
You should have did that.
Or I could ask what I did ask, and Kendrell gave me an answer.
Question.
It was easy either way.
Okay.
We gotta get her a mic.
Yeah, you can't make me believe that my question was confusing.
It was confusing.
No, it only was confusing because you had a pre-question already in your mind that clouded your
Your
judgment.
question sounded just like my question.
They do
The
not.
way you started it and everything.
They do not. Because your question started with Lipscomb not winning, and my question started with Lipscomb winning. They're immediately different.
It both started with Lipscomb, so.
Wow.
Bias.
That's the... Okay. I'll start the next question with the Bisons, if that'll help you. All right. Moving on, since I've confused
Everyone.
you. No, only you. Only you have been confused by this. Speaking of postseason and ASUN championships, we're days away from locking up our entire field for the volleyball championship. We've got 3 teams that are playing for 2 remaining spots. I think that math is right. It's getting exciting. As we're recording this tonight, EKU and Bellarmine are about to play. EKU could get closer to clinching, locking up the 3 seed. Bellarmine win, they can actually clinch a postseason spot. Things are wrapping up this weekend. Next week we'll be in Fort Myers to crown our 2023 volleyball champion. And speaking of Fort Myers, FGCU women's soccer took home their 8th championship last week. That was probably one of the craziest soccer games I've ever seen.
That's an instant classic. Like, I honestly think that's probably going to be one of the best games of the year. Like, if we can top that in any sport, I want to be there for that.
I don't know what's the equivalent of that. Even like that's just. I mean, you're up 3-0 on a team. One team's up 3-0, and then in the second half, one person has a hat trick. One person, Erica Chipper. Let's say her name. Say her name.
Say her name.
She has a hat trick in the second half to tie the game up by herself. Not single-handedly, but I'm gonna say it single-handedly. I know it's a team sport, but still, that's one person. You just boom, boom, boom. You drop them, tie the game up. She almost had another one that kind of almost went in the game. I think early overtime too. They got called offsides on one.
Mm-hmm.
You play both of the overtimes. You go in the PKs. What more could you ask for if you had to write that out beforehand? I mean, I think there was some that probably thought we were going home with UNA with this first championship.
That's a legendary performance. Like, you just don't, like, any awards we give out at the end of the year, like, that's going to be my nomination. I'll be like, hey, yo, did you see what Erica Chipper did?
Yeah, I know you didn't forget.
Yeah, I'd be
don't. We're not gonna let you forget.
I'd be like, Kendra, we're voting for Scholar Athlete of the Year. I'm like,
It's
look,
Erica Chipper.
did you see that performance? We got to give her something. I'm leaving with something. She's leaving with something.
That was.
She'll put the MVP.
Oh, look at you with the knowledge over there.
Yeah, she was MVP. However, That's my vote for everything. That's my nomination. Don't ask me anything. You know what my vote is. You know what my vote is.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
You ask me what we want to eat for lunch. I'm going to be like, yo, what does Erica Chipper eat?
That's true.
That's what I want to know.
You got to be on that same level.
She might be on the next lunchbox because I need to get to that level.
Hey, you do it. Let's pull it out. Let's find out. You need to
figure that out.
Yeah, schedule that. But yeah, that was obviously exciting. So congratulations to FGCU for their win, our cross country champions. Excited to see what happens between Lipscomb and Bellarmine on the men's side and volleyball, and then we'll have wrapped up the fall as far as our championship. So we're closing in, but as one season ends, another one begins.
Yep. It's
basketball time. We're in full swing, so we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll lay out some matchups to watch.
Hey.
From the bluegrass of Kentucky, the Arkansas River, to the beautiful beaches of Florida. From the bustling streets of Nashville to the soulful sounds of Muscle Shoals and its vibrant cities. Fueled by growth, the Atlantic Sun operates in the fastest growing region in America and broadcasts in over 16 million homes. We're everywhere you want to be, with access to 9 of the nation's top 80 media markets, including an impressive 6 in the top 50. Our 12-member institutions provide every collegiate experience from public to private to faith-based. All of our member institutions are located in the top 30 states with the most rapid growth. So join us, because we're not just a stop along the journey. The Atlantic Sun is the destination.
William Hall here with Kendrell Watkins, ASUN Gameday Podcast. So Kendrell, it's time. We back?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh man, I was about to let you the music guy too. I mean, you wear many hats.
I wear many hats.
World famous.
So
just a couple matchups to look forward to coming up. On the women's basketball side, got my eyes on 2 ranked matchups. Queens at LSU. I need Queens to dissect that Colorado game field. They got to pull it off. I mean, LSU's they're reeling right now, so I think you got to catch them. You got to get them.
Man, if Queens pulls off that upset, I'm meeting the bus back. I'm so meeting that bus back.
Hey,
I'm hopping in the car and meeting that. You're going too?
No.
Oh, okay. You're not going.
I need to know if they beat LSU. Is that better than Chippa?
No.
Are you serious?
I had to ask.
No. Did you hear my monologue on Erica Chippa? No.
Wow.
No, you can't.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
It will be close though.
It'll be close. A close second, or
it'll be a close second.
Okay.
It'll be a close second.
Well, we do have Queens, number 1 LSU. Also, FGCU is at number 21 USC. Another ranked matchup on the women's side. FGCU, kind of talked about this earlier. Looked good against Brown, but this is an early test for that Eagles team going on the road against a ranked opponent. What are you thinking? I mean, can we get 2 ranked upsets? Or are we shooting for 1? Or we got to swing for 2 of them now. We got to go 2 for 2.
If we hit 1, it's a winner. So
that's 50%.
That's 50%.
We talking about baseball. That's amazing. That's Hall of Fame.
That's Hall of Fame level. So I'm going for 1, probably that latter one.
Okay. All right.
That's the one that, that's the one I'll be looking at.
Yeah, fair enough. And on Friday, it's on the men's side, just one of the matchups. Kennesaw State playing at Florida State. Again, ASUN champion, pretty good in their first game, but let's see what the reigning champs do with a bit of a stronger test now. We got Florida State last year. The ASUN, we're gonna claim that, just ride that. We're gonna claim that until we can't no more. So
they hated to see the ASUN just walk in the gym last year.
Yeah, I mean, we've been putting pressure on Florida State for a couple of years from all angles, except for women's soccer. But that's another story. But so that's a couple of matchups to look at. So now, Kendra, it's time for just way too early power rankings, but not a full set of power rankings. I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. I know that's my thing. So it's coming. I hadn't forgot. I gotta get it together. But you said earlier that you agree that EKU on the men's side, EKU, FGCU. Is your 3 Stetson? You mentioned Stetson third. Is that your solid 3
right now? But I'm still game for anything. Like I have to watch everybody play, see them play. Like when the competition revs up a little bit, outside of these opening day matchups. But I'll start really looking at teams then. But right now, I'm just gonna go with the way the coaches voted on that top 3. Because I like the way they shook out. But I'm still looking at Austin Peay because Austin Peay is like a dark horse. Like I don't know what to expect as of the moment.
Yes, I give you that we don't know what this. I talked to coach and he looked at me like I was crazy when I said it. He was like, people don't know who we got on our team. That they need to catch up with us. Yeah. So I will. And this is going. We're gonna go here again, but I'm gonna throw the state of Tennessee at you for both of them for that spot because Austin Peay. Yeah, but what about Lipscomb? Where do you thinking Lipscomb lands? I know this is it's Jo. He's probably where we're looking at. I know the Wichita State tough game. They're coming back at home. They in your top. Let's go 5. Top 5. Is Lipscomb in your top 5 right now?
My top 5. They're right there. They're teetering on like that 5
teetering
spot.
On 5 or 6.
Probably like on that 5 spot, somewhere around there. But then, like I said, I have to watch the games. So, but right now they're probably at like that 5 spot.
Okay, all right. I can agree. I think Lipscomb will be good. I'm excited about I think seeing the depth that we had again mentioned earlier. The 5 teams we had competing still after our tournament, the depth that we had in ASUN men's basketball last year, I think it's still there. Mm-hmm. I think there's honestly a chance that it's better this year. And I know that's interesting saying that, losing the team that we lost as a member, but I think we're going to have a good year, a good competitive season on the men's side. And the women's side, I think we're not, again, I'm not trying to rock the boat. I think we would agree that FGCU probably is. Are they your number 1? You got somebody else?
Man, they're my number 1.
Okay, so
I would jump off the deep end, but as of right now,
it's too early. It's way too early to do that. But there's always the conversation of who is the one, and who's your one. Do you have a one, or are you not there yet? Where you're about to say this is the team that I think will push them or has the best chance to stop the machine?
Last year a team I was looking at was EKU. Last year I got a chance to when we were out in Ireland, got a chance to see them play up close. Seeing Antoinette Walker.
Preseason player of the year.
Preseason player of the year.
ESPN thinks that too.
All last year. All of last year.
Yeah.
I don't see how that changes.
Okay.
So I will be watching them. I'm a fan of point guard play. So, their point guard there, I'm a big fan of hers and watching her play. But really feeling Lipscomb this year. Really feeling Lipscomb this year.
Feeling Lipscomb.
I really like the height that they have. They have a little bit of depth. So I really like that team over there. But if we're not naming the one, but we're naming the one that could possibly
it's kind of early. It's way too early to be. Yeah, but okay. Those are good names you threw out. I'm my pick, my one, potential one. I know it's gonna sound interesting to say, but it's Austin Peay. Again, it's the destination. Stumble, but a stumble is okay.
Ooh, that was a stumble.
You stumble every now and then.
You stumble. We fall down.
We fall down, but we get up.
We get up.
It's just out of the gate. That's interesting, but I think they're still the one.
It's a long time.
Yeah, we got a ways to get to where we're really like looking at it and deciding. But
you've been really big on them.
I have. I am.
Like the whole time we were at F&M Arena, he was like Austin Peay.
Women's
basketball.
That's my. I have agendas sometimes.
I'm not saying anything against Austin Peay because that fan base.
They will come for you. They will come for you.
They were on mic.
They were on
Hard.
mic. They were on mic. So I'm not just saying this because I'm scared of the smoke. Now let's clear that up. I'm ready for it all. But I really believe because I think that they, throughout the last postseason, I think they gave them, in my opinion, I think they gave them the toughest challenge of the Eagles' run to another title. They're adding in Alyssa Hargrove. I think will help them. So I still think as of right now, despite the stumble, I think they're if I had to pick one right now, like it's way too early to do this, but we're gonna do it anyway because that's what we do here on the podcast. So it's time to close it out.
Okay.
We had a tradition, trivia. Now, I think that I just earned the right to ask the questions because I crushed trivia last year. Humble brag, Mike got one win and then I just went in, So here's my question. I'm not as random as we were before. It may get random, but I like ASUN trivia. And see, you already have been, you the numbers guy. You threw a lot of stuff at me. So here's the history guy. So here we go. 2 programs had all ASUN first team selections in both men's and women's soccer. Who were they?
This year or just over the course of...
This year. In the past 2 weeks since we've announced our all ASUN teams for men's and women's soccer, there were 2 programs that had first teamers for men and women.
I'm going to go Lipscomb.
Okay.
And then I am going to go Central Arkansas.
Look at Kendrell.
Look at that.
I'm on it.
All right.
I'm
on it. You got to give me more.
Give you more.
You know,
that was too easy?
This isn't Mike sitting in this seat. So the competition's, you got to up the ante.
Wow. Okay. Tell me.
Last year you were beating up on Mike.
All right. Well, okay. Tell me the other 2 teams that had men's first teamers.
Ooh, okay. See, now you may have gotten me.
There are only 2 more.
What?
There are only 2 more. And there are like 8 teams in men's soccer. So you've already named 2. You have 6 to choose from to get 2.
Bellarmine?
I'm not confirming no denying.
Okay, you're not confirming. Okay, I don't get. Hold on, let me look at you.
You just looking for a tail?
I'm looking for a telltale. Everybody has telltales.
Everybody they have a tail.
All right. I'm gonna go Bellarmine and Stetson. Look at it. See, I got a quiver. Ooh, no.
Fasika, was he correct?
He was correct.
I know he was. All right, well, we'll finish out the women's team since you just feeling.
I don't see now. You.
Since you just, I gotta keep going.
The most now.
Well, I mean, your favorite women's soccer player was on there, so that's a good start.
So let me see here. I said FGCU. I said Lipscomb.
No, you didn't say.
I didn't say FGCU.
Nah, the first question was had men's and women's, so
Okay,
you already got 2 of them.
I got 2 of them, so I'm putting FGCU in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I am going to go
1 pick. I'm gonna make this tough. You no misses. You hadn't missed yet, so you probably gonna get this one. But let's try to make it tough. I don't know. I gotta do better.
Man, I don't know.
There's a safe bet, but I don't know if you might be a man who lives on the edge.
I can't even think of it. I'm gonna go Austin Peay.
Ooh,
Yeah, I went left.
you did.
I did.
I didn't expect that out of you. I thought you were
I
a
let you
closer.
down.
You let me down. I just thought for sure that the team that was up 3-0 on your favorite soccer player would have gotten the chance to be in the mix.
That's a conversation.
Oh, all right. Austin Peay's fair because Austin Peay is going to crush it in basketball this year. So on that note, we're going to wrap things up.
Hey man, I was 5 out of 6, 4 out of 5,
Whatever it
3 out of
was.
4. Whatever it was.
You were shooting. You
only dropped one.
You missed the last one.
Yes.
Yeah. But William Hall, I'm here with Kendrell Watkins.
World famous
ASUN Gameday Podcast. We'll be back at it next week. It's basketball time.
Let's go.
Let's go.